Honor launches Honor 7X and V10. Today in the London launch event, Honor launched its new Honor 7X and V10 smartphones for Western markets. The 7X had already been released a couple of months ago in China, but availability was limited to that area. The V10 had a more recent launch in China as well. However, today we see the EMEA and Asia Pacific launch of the 7X as well as the European launch of the V10. To start the Honor 7X, the phone is part of the X series, which focuses on maximum value, meaning we're looking at a low mid-range device. Honor explains that the X series' primary attraction is bringing key distinguishing features that are usually only found on the high-end flagships. The 7X's key characteristic is its clean design and 18:9 aspect ratio screen, which is a first on a smartphone in this price category. The Honor V10 is a high-end device and also follows the trend of new 18:9 aspect ratio screens. The defining characteristic of the V10 is the high-end internal components that easily match those of flagship devices such as the Mate 10, but at a lower price point. In terms of internals, we see very large difference warranting the price tags of both devices. The 7X comes with a high-silicon Kirin 659 with octa-core A53s, one cluster clocking in at up to 2.36 GHz and the other and up to 1.7 GHz, making this a rather low-end SoC in the year 2018. Paired up with the Mali T830 MP2 at 900 MHz, we shouldn't be expecting too great of a performance in games. What the device should lack in performance, however, should be greatly compensated by great battery life, as the small 16nm SoC should do well together with the Honor 7X's 3340 mAh, 12.85 Wh battery. The V10 on the other hand feature HiSilicon's flagship SoC, the Kirin 970. The new 10nm SoC iterates on last year's Kirin 960 and has the same CPU configuration with 4x2.36 GHz Cortex-A73 cores on the performance cluster and 4x1.844 GHz Cortex-A53 cores on the efficiency cluster. The big change is the GPU, as this is the first SoC to employ ARM's new Mali G72 in a configuration of 12 cores running at 767 MHz, bringing both a reasonable performance increase as well as much-needed efficiency increases over last year's poor GPU showing of the Kirin 960. The Honor 7X comes with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, while the V10 packs in a large configuration option of 6 GB and 128 GB of storage. Honor didn't specify the storage type on the V10 or the 7X, but it's likely the V10 comes with a faster UFS implementation. Both phones employ dual camera setups, although they couldn't be any more different from each other. The Honor 7X employs a main 16MP shooter, although we're still lacking the more detailed specifications of the sensor and lens system. The second sensor is a bleak 2MP unit whose use is merely for depth perception, that is used in features such as background blurring. The V10's camera system resembles more that of the Mate series. The main sensor serves as the color sensor and comes in at 16MP, while the secondary sensor is a monochrome unit coming in at 20MP. In this dual-camera setup, the secondary monochrome sensor not only serves for depth perception but also improves low-light capture through smart usage of sensor fusion on the SoC's Cadence and Silica P6 DSP. It's not clear what Honor means by 2"-1 DAF autofocus on the V10, but this could be phase detection through both sensors instead of having a sensor with actual PDAF pixels. The Honor 7X comes in at a launch price of $299 negation, £269 in Europe, and will be available soon in EMEA and APAC countries in the colors of gold, black and blue. The Honor V10 comes in at an attractive $499 negation, £449 European launch price, and will be available in the largest European markets and Russia beginning January 8 in the colors of navy blue and midnight black.